Hey, my name is Coach Mustafa Blackcastle, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. Then about 2015, I moved to Norfolk, Virginia. Started coaching down here and fell in love with it. The thing was, when I first got here, I actually wanted to get back into boxing myself, but I wasn't able to meet any coaches that I really preferred. But it wasn't because they didn't have good coaches or anything out here. It was mainly a lot of what you talked about. I just didn't know who was out here. I didn't know the coaches. I didn't know the gyms. I didn't know the area. I didn't know the culture of boxing out here. So um, really, I wanted to continue to do something with the sport, and I was seeing kids around in the neighborhood just not doing anything. So with me seeing that and me being the type of person that I am and wanting to make a change and giving the kids guidance and understanding what structure would do for your life and what this sport would do for your life. I was going up to parents asking them, what you think about me training your son in boxing? And all these kids in the neighborhood, they're pretty much friends. We was over in the Tammans Creek area. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but we was over there in that area, and pretty much once you train one, they all want to do it. Once you train one, they all want to do it. Not all of them stick to it, but it all helps you along this process and along this journey of coaching. So I was able to learn from them. They was learning from me. It helped me out a lot, and I eventually, out of training them out of the parking lot and out of my living room, I ended up getting a job with the city of Norfolk. So that's pretty much how it worked out.
Dope, dope. So, with you making a transition from Jersey to out here, like, how was that process for you?
It was smooth, man, because I was in the military. So pretty much my four walls were pretty much taken care of. I was able to support myself. I was able to pay my rent. I was able to make sure I could eat good. I was taking care of myself, probably taking care of myself a little bit too well, spending too much money. I got a little bit more mature and a little bit wiser on the things you should be doing with your money. So at the time, I was able to take care of myself because of the military. But I got out in 2019 because of me coaching. Military takes a lot of time away from you, what you do and your family. So I was able to sow more time into the kids once I got out of the military. So, and it was one of my motivating factors to get out.
Okay, dope, dope. So, you being into the military, I guess, how much do you take from like that training and then put it into the boxing? I guess it's the whole, lifestyle if you really got into it that much.
A lot of it actually, probably more of it without me actually realizing, because what people don't understand is what I'm doing here is I'm preparing kids that know nothing about boxing, never laced up a pair of gloves before, to go out there and perform on a national level against some of the top talent in the nation. So they're going up against some of the highest ranked boxers in the country. And then when I actually, in hindsight, look back at the things I did in the military, I can see how it actually prepared me to coach them that way. Because the military is organized in a way to pretty much get people from coast to coast, city to city, nationwide, on the same program, on the same page. It brings the big country to this small program that allows them to not only have national level success, but international level success. So the military is real big on competition and real big on studying your opponent, real big on studying yourself and making improvements with yourself and just understanding the ins and outs of warfare. Man, it helped out a lot, and that discipline portion, you know what I mean? And you can't say too much more about that.
Yeah, dope. So, also, what is like the most fulfilling part of you being in this position and being able to provide these opportunities to the youth and the younger adults as well. You train like a multitude of people.
So it's a great benefit to me. Selfishly, I could say, and it kind of started that way But as I continue to coach and I continue to grow, I realized how important it was, or how much of a benefit it is actually to the community. Because I was able to actually assess how kids perform and how younger adults, as you mentioned, perform in life when they're in the gym and when they're outside of the gym. So when they're in the gym, kids are kids and young people are young people. We all make mistakes. And we expect them to. That's why we're here providing the guidance that we do. But the type of things that they were doing is so drastic in comparison to the time when they were in the gym. When they are out, you have kids committing homicides, you have kids getting murdered themselves, you have kids deciding to choose whatever choice of life or crime that they choose, and it takes them on a path, and many times on a path that they can never return from. So they make these life-ending, life-altering decisions when they don't have boxing to cut that idle time, when they don't have that boxing program to cut the idle time, they don't have the coach giving them that guidance, giving them that structure that they need, that coaching session that they need to pull themselves from their bootstraps. Because we go through so much on a day-to-day basis. you know, One interaction with one person in the community, one bad interaction with somebody in the community could be the last, straw on the camel's back. But in many ways, you have the coaches, being those lifeguards, pulling these kids and these young people from those deep ends, those deep waters, and pulling them back to shore and letting them, get the perspective saying, oh, this is a beautiful thing that I should actually precious, that I should actually, that I should actually
Appreciate.
exactly, that I
Yeah.
should be appreciative of. You know what I mean? So that's what I understand more so about coaching. I know that it's something that originally it was something that I wanted to do, but now I understand something that I have to do.
Yeah. And I like how you ended that off because that's exactly where I was gonna go. Like what you have to do. So how did you find, because you're very passionate about it, like your purpose within this? What was that moment where it was like, all right, yeah, I got to take that step and just walk into this, this life.
I mean, early it just started for the passion for boxing. Like I mentioned, like I just selfishly love boxing. I wanted to do something with boxing. I wanted to be somebody in boxing and stuff like that. But really, when I started to have these interactions and started to grow as a coach with my athletes and stuff like that, I understood it was bigger than that. So now my thing is just to be a man for the community, to sow back into the community. I can't sit back and complain about the things that I'm not trying to provide myself. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to provide my level of change, my level of influence, positive influence on the community, and I know for a fact it's going to have a bigger impact with me having a team of boxers versus me just trying to, be positive by myself.
Mm, dope. So, let's get more into the boxing realm. Like, what's the, biggest, I guess, match going on right now? Like, let's just get right into the whole culture of boxing. Put people on.
So, one of the biggest matches right now, you got Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, which is really probably a once in a lifetime type of fight. A lot of people say it's a throwback fight. It's one of those fights that people talk about forever. You had Sugar Ray versus Marvin, and you had Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns. I think it's closer to Tommy Hearns versus Marvin Hagler, but this is going to be one that you don't want to miss. And I'm going with Earl. I'm going with
Right.
Earl. I do believe that it's a close fight that either one of them could win, but my instincts have me lean towards Earl. I just think early on in the fight, he's going to be who he's always been. He's going to go out there and just be that, while Terrence Crawford early in the fight is going to be trying to figure him out and stuff like that. So,
Mm.
I'm leaning towards Earl.
Okay, dope, dope. So also, with you, like, just paying attention to the boxing world. I know people pay attention to sports, but like, how do you kind of rank, because you got like the different classes, but like rank your favorite, boxers or who's like the best,
Oh, okay, I
pretty
see what you're
much.
saying.
Yeah,
So like a top list.
yeah,
How many
yeah.
would you say?
We'll
How,
go with three,
top three? My top three. My
or
top.
you could do like a one per class. I don't know if you.
That's I don't know all the classes. To be
Okay,
I'm be
okay.
honest with you, I watch a lot of boxing, but I don't know everything about it.
All
And
right.
if I paid a little bit more attention to it, I would know them all. But my main three that I would say, like pound for pound, like type of thing that I rock with, I say Earl. He's number one for me. I like Earl. Uh, and only because I feel like he's a little bit more accomplished than Shakur. So I put Shakur at number two. And so Shakur Stevenson number two. And man, I'm gonna have to be biased with this one. I'm gonna say Keyshawn Davis, number three. Keyshawn Davis.
All right, gotta throw him in there. The 757
Yes,
native.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Keyshawn, shout out to Keyshawn. He does a lot for us, man. A lot that a lot of people don't see. You know, he's a great individual. Him and his brothers, they provide a lot of opportunity for the area where boxing is concerned. They're always asking, do we need sparring? They always calling and checking on the younger athletes around in the community, especially the ones from Norfolk. You know, they have an affinity for the ones from Norfolk because they're from Norfolk. But we definitely appreciate the impression that they've made on our younger athletes and how they continue to work with them. And we thankful for them.
dope. So also just kind of transitioning more to the end of the interview, I just want to ask you, you see we in the lab right now. It's a garage. You could tell the people more about what y'all working on, and the goals y'all trying to achieve, like in terms of getting to the gym.
I'm so happy you brought that up. I done forgot about that, right? So we just having such a good conversation. I forgot about the most important thing. So look, we're training out of a garage right now. And, from my perspective, or from other people's perspective, I should say, they'd be like, "There's not much to complain about. They having a success." So we have national champions. We've trained national champions out of the garage. I have 5 athletes in their respective weight divisions. They're top 5 in the country or higher. So we have a lot more out of the garage than people who have big gyms and big facilities. So we're very fortunate to have the program that we have and the athletes that we have participate in it. But ultimately, what I talked about being the type of man that I am, I want to provide this service to more people in the community. So many people throughout the days, throughout the weeks, when I'm on Instagram or Facebook, hitting me up saying, "Hey coach, when can my son start? Hey coach, when can I start? Hey coach, when can I do this?" And my whole goal is to provide the same services that we're giving to these other kids to them. So my thing is until we can service more kids, we're failing. So we've outgrown the garage. And for us to provide what we want to provide to our community and really save more boys and girls, we have to get a bigger gym. So right now we're doing a fundraiser. And if you would like to support, you can get me at Coach Mustafa __ COACHMUSTAFA __ on Instagram, or you can get us on Mentality Sports Club on Instagram, and then just contact us. We'll give you the information that you need to sow into the GoFundMe or our Cash App. We're actually doing pretty good thanks to the community. Our goal is $10,000. At this point, we've raised $8,250 just to be transparent with y'all. And at that moment, when we meet our goal, we're going to start searching for facilities for us to move into. So no amount is too small. If you would like to help us, if you believe in programs like this, please reach out to us. And if you're watching us on Tidewater Waves. So reach out to Drew, and he can line you up with us so you can support. We need all the help from the community.
Dope. Yeah, so I appreciate you for like laying that out, because it's important for people to know, because there's a lot of people out here that want to give, back and contribute, but just don't know what to invest into. So we definitely gonna have this going viral, going out there. So y'all make sure y'all tap in for real.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, bro. I
Yes,
really
sir.
appreciate you coming through and spending some time with myself and young athletes. Thank you, man. We need more brothers like you in the community. Seriously.
Yeah. This ain't gonna be our last time sitting down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.